everyone. My name is Vernisa, and this is my podcast, Speak Up. Shout out to my new listeners out there. For those of you that don't know, the mission statement for this podcast is we'll use our voices to motivate people to overcome life's challenges through self-love and respect. This is a place for self-love and respect. Hope you guys are all having an amazing May so far. Before we get started, a quick shout out to my amazing sponsor, Samuel Patrick Photography. You're unique, you're qualified, and you're ready for your next chapter. Stand out and make a long-lasting impression with professional photography. Samuel Patrick will help you have the impact you desire while staying true to your values and visions. Book your discovery call today, www.samuelpatrick.photography. And also, y'all, say Vernisa sent you to get 10% off your first booking. So there's some of his work right here. So make sure you guys tap in. I'm very excited, though, for tonight's episode. Like, I really enjoy this artist's music and vibe, and I'm just excited to have her on and get to know her a little more. You guys give it up for artist Iman Europe.
Hey girl,
welcome to SpeakUpJV. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, I'm excited for today. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a singer, songwriter from Inglewood, California. I've been working on music for over a decade now, for sure. I started playing the piano when I was like 7 years old. And then when I went to college, I majored in creative writing. So I just paired like the musical theory with the creative writing theory together, and you get a songwriter. And yeah, I've recently pivoted into being a founder of a nonprofit, which is Common Unity Arts, and we just kind of help artists. So I'm both an artist and an artist advocate, is what I always like to say. I released my album Hollis, and it's doing well, and all the things.
I love that. I'm so here for that. We're gonna get a lot into detail today. Let's get into your artist spotlight. So how would you describe your music style?
I definitely would say I'm inspirational. I like to categorize my sound as rhythm and healing. I mean, we got rhythm and blues, but it's not really blues. I'm not trying to do blues. I'm trying to do more like rhythm and healing. And that doesn't mean that everything is like, inspirational. It just means that, at the core, you want it to be, to move you and to kind of do something for you. It's not all positive, but it is something you feel in your soul for real. So I'd say that I categorize myself as that.
I love that. And, what was one of the days where you figured out, I really want to pursue music and, take it more serious?
When was that? It had to be in college, because I honestly didn't know how good I was at music. It just kind of was natural to me. But I got around a group of friends, and they would hear me do like little things like sing the sound in the back of the beat, or like just pay attention to music in a different way. And they're like, you're like really good with music. And then I started just writing stuff for fun. Wrote my first rap for fun about food.
I love it.
And it was hella funny. It became a joke. I did that before I went to college. It was like this summer camp, Upper Bound, that I was in. And it became like this running joke, this little funny food joke. I was hungry. Clearly. But when I saw people really like the song, they're like, when the album dropping? I'm like, what? But I think it was around then, anywhere around there, where I was like, maybe this could actually be a career path for me and not just my love and wanting to fun.
And honestly, like, I really love the lyrics in your music. It sounds like very intentional, and you could tell that you are pushing a powerful message in each song. So what is a message that you want listeners to receive from your art?
I want people to know that, like, I always push this idea of transformation. I do believe that we have the ability to change if we want to, not if someone else wants us to. Like, if we really want to make a change or an impact, we have the ability to do that. But as much as we work to change, I do think it's just as important to work to accept certain things about yourself. And so it's not, I don't like to push, oh, you need to change, you need to change, you need to change. But like, some things you're not going to change. And some of the things you're not going to change are going to be things that some people think you should. But it's just natural, and it is what it is to use. So accepting the things you can't change, but like if you feel called to, evolve in certain ways, knowing that you have the power to do that, and kind of empowering people to, experience that, and investigate that truth.
I love that. And speaking of transformation, today's episode is actually about evolution and evolving. So I'm excited to talk to you about that. But let's get into your album. So tell us about your project, Chrysalis, and the motivation behind the theme of the project.
For sure. So Chrysalis is actually what a lot of people think a cocoon is, but moths come out of a cocoon and butterflies come out of a chrysalis. And so they're very similar, but because I've always kind of pushed this idea of a caterpillar going to a butterfly, like I wanted to be kind of correct with that term. And, our first EP was called Caterpillar. This one is Chrysalis, and the next album will be Butterfly. So it's a trilogy that I've been working on since I began making music. And yeah, so this one is Chrysalis. It's all about transformation. It's the journey from ego to embodiment. And you can hear that in the way even the songs are structured. It does a story, but even sonically, like, have ego more so in the beginning, have very rap, very me with what I got, what I could do, and then in the middle, it's like this breaking. You could tell after the song Ego Death is like the most pinnacle part of it all, because after Ego Death, it just breaks down. The middle section is actually my favorite because it's just a lot of shifting, you know what I mean? And then it goes into a more positive, affirming, what's true about the goodness of you. So that's where you find and so is so, and that's where you find masterpiece. And it's like this transformation to confidence over ego, which are two similar but very different feelings and vibrations. So I think you can feel that in the music. And I really wanted to sonically tell the story of kind of what happens in the chrysalis when a caterpillar goes into a chrysalis, because it doesn't just go into this thing and then it grows wings around it for a few days and it comes out and it's like, I'm a butterfly. That's not what happens at all. And I think when I studied the process of metamorphosis, and when I was in college, they gave us these little caterpillars to take home and watch them change into butterflies. So I spent a week looking at this process. It's really ugly. It's really nasty. We don't know what's going on in there. I find out that it breaks all the way down to glob. It's just becomes putty. It just cellular soup, and then from that, it completely reconstructs itself, new eyes, new, legs, an ability to fly, an ability to reproduce. It creates new abilities for itself. And the only thing that's the same about it is its DNA. Everything else kind of changes. And I'm like, dang, that's what it feels like when you're going through those processes of change. And it feels like you're alone. It feels like everything's changing in you. Your eyes are changing, which means you're seeing different. You get new abilities. It just feels different. And, coming out of the pandemic, where I think we all kind of went into our own little chrysalises, it was forced to. It was really solitary confinement, but don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
But coming out of that, it just felt like the perfect time for this kind of thing, because I think we all have experienced some form of being in our chrysalis. That's what it's about.
I appreciate the background education on that too. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I must say, beautiful artwork to the cover, by the way. Like, wow, like fascinating.
Did her thing. Snap. I really had a whole team. It was I think Elise Toms did creative direction, and then we had styling, help with styling, and we had wit on my hair. It was a dream team of putting that together. So shout out to all of them.
I love that. And I got the opportunity to go to your album release party, which was a blast. And it was just nice just hearing it on the big speaker, in like a nice dark place, and everyone could just vibe to the sound. And it worked. I don't know. I had so much fun. It took me away from reality while being there.
Good. That's what we wanted. Like we decorated it to feel like a chrysalis. So it was like dark, and it had like the trees and leaves. And we wanted the most important thing to be that music was knocking. You know what I mean? Like, so I think we did that. I just am so blessed to work with so many people that helped me bring these ideas together. It's never just me, and that's why I think the experiences are a lot better than they probably would have been before I had the community that I have. I'm an independent artist, so I'm not signed. I don't have even management. You know what I mean? Like I just be doing stuff. But I got a whole lot of homies. You know what I mean? And I've created a lot of just relationships, and I think that's what allows me to continue to excel, even with all these things that we think we need as artists.
I love that. And it's a couple episodes ago, we were talking about Issa Rae's line about networking across. So it's so much power in that, like just coming together as a community, like you said, being around the homies that have the skill and talent and putting that all together. So look at the beautiful creation that was created. So, speaking of the album, I love the whole album, but my favorite songs on there is Come and Get Me, Shikari, and Chrysalis. What are your favorite? What's your favorite?
Oh, girl, that's like choose my kids. I love all three of those. Like Shikari goes crazy.
Yeah, that's like a feel good song for me.
I'm like, for the summer, we gotta get a Shikari video, please.
Yes.
Just throw a party, just lit. Honestly, just record the party. That's all we need. It's just a fire party and just record it. That's the video.
Literally.
Right? But I say Shikari, Come and Get Me, so good. Me and Raj, every time we make music together, it's just great. It's just easy to make music with him because he's just so good. Ego of Death is probably my favorite as far as writing goes. It was the last of the project. And no, it wasn't. It wasn't the last on the project, but it was one of the last. It had to connect everything together, like the ego to the embodiment. I was missing a piece, and when I wrote that, I was like, I felt like I got to a place where I had to face my own ego. So I was writing as two different people, and that conversation was interesting because it just flowed out of me. I didn't take a long time to write that. I just was told the guys, like, I'm about to go to the car and write this real quick. I'll be right back. And I came back and they were like, what? What? Like, you just wrote that in the car?
Yes. Yeah. Real creative.
Yeah. What? Yeah, no. But it's cool. I like that one.
Okay, that's a great choice.
Masterpiece is just like
yeah. I mean, it's the whole thing. I know you're right. I know it probably was hard for you to pick one.
Yeah, but really it's Kalen though. Kalen's the one. He's crazy. Like anytime Kalen sends me a beat, I'm like, bruh, I have to do it right now. I have to cancel whatever I'm doing. He's just so good.
And tap into it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the album, has a mixture of different sounds and genres. What was your favorite part of putting together like such a creative project?
I think my favorite part collaborating with so many dope people and also so many people that I actually love. Like everybody on the album I really love, you know. So it wasn't just like calling in random favors. It was like calling my friends and then being part of like this like music baby that I have. But we made like 33 songs. We did a music camp earlier in the year, and so trying to tailor it all out and like figure out what songs really tell the story we want to tell, and finally like sequencing it and it's seeing how it's all like making a story. That was my favorite part for sure.
Okay, and it all came together. And before we get into the episode, any new
Yeah.
projects or shows that you would like to shout out? I know you mentioned Butterfly, but anything else you want to shout out on the platform?
Yes. So we are putting out I won't say a deluxe version, but it's like a new version of Chrysalis. Um, and it's going to be an immersive experience. It's in Dolby Atmos. We got a video coming for Ego Death that'll come with it. And it is just video for Ego Death is so good. It's making my eye twitch.
Ooh.
But no, it's nuts. It's nuts. I'm not even kidding. But I think I'm most excited about that. I'm most excited about re-putting out this album because when I first put it out, I went on tour immediately. Like I went on tour 30 days after I put it out. So I didn't really get to sit with it and like push it. I mean, I was pushing to the world around the world, but I'm excited this time to like put it out, be home, be around to talk about it and, just all that stuff. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, got some good stuff coming soon. But you guys, I'm in honor of Iman. We're going to be talking about staying patient with yourself through challenges, honor of Chrysalis, and that whole vibe of transformation and evolution. Tonight's episode is titled "Let Process Proceed." So let's get into the axe up question of the night. So if you're out there listening, please comment. Always go back and read the comments. I'm going to go ahead and answer the axe up question first, and I'm going to let you answer. So the axe up question of the night is, what's a healthy habit that you do to stay patient with yourself? So this is a big one for me. It's something I used to not do, but now that I do, I learned the importance of pausing. So when I'm starting to feel impatient or like I'm in my head or like, anxiety's kicking in, I just pause and I check in with myself and reflect. And that actually has helped me just slow down and pivot to my next move, whether I need to pray or I need to talk to a friend or whatever, or just talk to myself and check in with me. Those things kind of help me during those challenging moments when I need to be patient. What about you?
Mm-hmm. That's good. I'm trying to learn how to breathe more in those moments, and I think it's similar. It's like pausing in a way, but I can find myself holding my breath. Like when I'm tight, I can find myself like taking these really short breaths and just being like, hold on, just give me a whole breath. Just give me a whole breath. And then I learned something cool. Like how you hold your fingers is like where your breath will go in your stomach. So if you hold your fingers right here and take an inhale, you feel it more at the top of your chest, and that kind of activates you. If you feel it, do it here. You feel it a little lower, and then when you hold it here, you feel it more in the middle of your stomach, like lower in your stomach, and then to get all the way down, you do this. You get a real breath all the way up. That's crazy, right?
Yes. Okay, so we take it. Look, I hope you guys have y'all notepads because we dropping some good ones today. Okay, I like that one.
Yeah, I love that one because it's like, first, if I just do all four real quick, it just reminds me to breathe. I'm like, you're fine, and then I'm just so amazed at like that I'm like distracted by whatever was bothering me. But yeah, I just try to breathe or pray. keep God in like all my conversations. You know, I don't all the time get on my knees and like, Heavenly Father, you know, I just will talk to God through my day, like, oh my God, Lord, like what is going on? Like, you know, and I think that soundboard helps me for sure. And I take a shower. I know my friends, they be like, you always in the shower. Because it relaxes my nervous system. It calms me down. It's like it's a reset for me energetically, mentally, like I guess cleansing wise, obviously, but like taking a shower really helps me just start over. I intentionally wash off whatever is bothering me and try to like tell myself that when I'm stepping out is something new. And I also make these little stickies of affirmations and just put them around and just read them sometimes. And every time I read them, it's the one I needed to see. And I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, the voice in our head matters the most. So I really love that. Those are some great tips that you listed. And I would love to read you guys' comments when you guys comment as well. So let's talk about the importance of being patient with yourself through challenging stages of evolving. You know, this is a big one because when we're evolving, there are chapters that seem like nothing's moving forward, right? And I think those are the times when we start to get the most impatient. And, you know, I was open about the challenging year that I had in 2025. And there was a point where it felt like nothing was changing, right? And I'm like, but sometimes it's all about your perspective. What you're looking at may not be changing, but other things in you might be actually working through. And when I shifted my perspective to the growth that I went through in that time, it wasn't the things that I was probably hoping for, but it was other things. I realized how powerful I really was and that the transformation was actually happening through that time. So I think it's important to like, you know, really sit back and pause again and figure out what is this teaching me, and like something is being done even when it doesn't look like it. Like you mentioned with the caterpillar, there's that crazy stage where it doesn't even recognize itself, but it's like something is changing.
And sometimes in that phase, like the I'll nerd out on the caterpillar thing, so I won't go too far.
Well, my next question will help you do that.
Sometimes a caterpillar still looks like it's a caterpillar and it's already turning. Like it has to grow its chrysalis inside of itself, and then it pushes the chrysalis out, kind of throws it up, and then it encapsulates itself inside. So it basically goes inside out.
Whoa.
It's growing its whole life. Every time it eats, it's feeding this thing that it's going to like eventually go into. It's crazy nasty. And I don't know. I think something like that happens in us where we might look the same to others, but we're already kind of transforming and like, you know, we might look the same to others, or ourselves, but we're changing. We're just seeing different stuff. So there's always change. But what was the question you asked?
So the question I'm asked is so you know, in your song Chrysalis, it has a beautiful message that uses creativity to connect the lyrics, you know, to the process of the butterfly metaphor. So you say the quote, "I just need some time alone. I gotta go." Sorry, hold on. Whoa. I just need some time alone. Gotta go and grow a bit. I'll be in my chrysalis. So what's the chapter in your career that made you resonate with that line?
Look, that song came out of pure frustration. I started this song like, I have an itch to go missing until I'm wholer. I gotta search for division that's taking over. Like I ain't relating to nothing. You niggas boring. Like you niggas corny. Everything was annoying me. I think that something happened in that pandemic, man. Something that's when the world stopped, it allowed me to just look around and see what am I just moving forward with because I think this is what I'm supposed to do, or just because I think that this is the win. Who am I around that is like not necessarily best for me, or like that I don't necessarily resonate with, but I'm just kind of here for the vibes because whatever reason, like whether that be friendships, relationships, whatever, like I think there was a point in time where I just didn't feel like I resonated with anything outside of like my core group of friends that have never changed. It's like everything around me was shifting. The world itself was shifting. What I had access to was shifting. What I could do in my career, I couldn't do shows. I couldn't do anything. And I think it caused me to be a lot more introspective and want to be a lot more introspective. Like I wanted space and time to really look at what was going on and just, is this the life that I want for myself? Like, is this all that I can access? Like, is there more? And I think I became a little antisocial. I think I got, some different friendship betrayal and all this stuff that happens in the music industry because everybody's so, you know, um, like, so I just got my feelings hurt a lot. I got my feelings hurt, and I just, I broke up with, who I was with. It was a lot of things at one point. I just like, let me just be alone. Let me just go work.
Oh, okay. I like that was a good breakdown. Thank you for your vulnerability and answer with that.
All of it.
Yeah, and honestly, that's the best work of art sometimes when it's like that real and vulnerable. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But you guys, it is now time for the tweet up segment. So y'all know I like to be on Twitter, X, whatever they want to call it. Something that I tweeted this week that goes with tonight's episodes is the challenges you face while evolving fuels the best wisdom. So I just want to say this, you guys. We always talk about how we want to grow, we want to evolve, we want to transform, have the best, but we don't want to go through the hard part. And evolution, evolving, transformation, all that can't happen without the challenges. I think about muscle. It hurts to build muscle. It hurts to run and lose the fat, whatever we're trying to do. If we're on a fitness journey, it's the hard work before us even get there, or the discipline to eat correctly, whatever it is you're chasing. So I feel like we can't skip that hard part. And then the wisdom that comes with it. It's like once you feel better and you can see from a new perspective with your new wisdom hat on, I just feel like it's better after that. So that's the tweet up segment for tweet up for tonight. So a question I have for you, Iman, is what's an important lesson that evolving as a person has taught you?
It's so kind of contradicts itself, but I think evolving has taught me how to accept myself more. It's taught me that everything doesn't have to change about me. It showed me that like some things are really cool and I don't gotta pick at every single thing about me to figure out, is this something that needs to be changed? You don't live like that. Like you if you're constantly picking at yourself, you can't be your best friend. I don't want to be my biggest critic. I want to be my best friend. And like when I kind of shifted that, it allowed me to honestly take better care of myself, because if I want to be my best friend, then I gotta like care for myself. So I gotta do the things that would show I care for myself, and sometimes that is evolving and doing different stuff. You know what I mean? But who I'm around, what I'm doing, what I'm eating, what I'm like doing with my time, these things all matter, and I might need to evolve them and change them. But as my best friend, I also want to accept myself and say everything ain't bad. Girl, you could have a little cheesecake if you want a little cheesecake. Like I don't know, just accepting certain things that I don't want to change about myself. Maybe I'm outspoken. That's the thing, about me. Maybe I can be outspoken, but I don't want to change that. It's like something that I really love about myself. So even if it rubs someone the wrong way, I think that, knowing the things that are vital to me and the things that I value about myself allows me to really like embrace those things and embody those things more and love them even as I'm evolving. So yeah, just the balance of both, I think, is what evolving has really taught me.
I love the theme of that, embracing who you are. Like that's huge. Yeah. Oh, I'll take that. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you for that beautiful answer with you guys. It is now time for the Life Up segment. So the Life Up segment is when I take an issue and are related to the theme. So tonight's Life Up is expecting big changes instantly, not forgiving yourself for decisions that you made before you knew what you know now, and rushing your own growth.
Mm.
Oof, doesn't this go with evolving, doesn't it? So we already talked, kind of touched upon the process of it being kind of slow sometimes, and expecting it, but not forgiving yourself. This is actually a theme I've been working on. I mean, I feel like I'm in a much more healed space than I was, of course, like years ago, right? But I've been catching, like, like you kind of replay old mistakes you made, or you're looking back at yourself, self-reflecting, and I've been catching myself kind of getting mad, like, how did I allow this, And I've been learning, like you say, like, embracing yourself, like just learning to give myself a big hug. I knew what I knew at that moment, and that was the best decision in that moment. Or even if it wasn't the best, it was what I did with what I did what I did. And you just have to kind of learn how to like kind of like grow through it and stuff. And like you said, still be your best friend through that, when you're going through it. And then rushing your own growth. I'm sorry. Anything that we rush does not even come out right. Let's be real.
Ain't that a word?
When people
Ain't that a word?
growth, that's how you come out fake. Think about that. Think about people who put a persona. You can put a persona like, oh, I grew, I'm this and that, but the cracks are gonna show because it's not really done. The healing process really didn't even happen. So I think that's the issue. Have any thoughts on the Life Up segment? Any of those topics?
Yes, all of the topics, girl. You hit it all. Like all of it. I just feel like when it comes to embracing who we are and kind of being okay, we all have those moments where we think back and see where we could have like done a little better or shown up a little more. And I think what has really helped me be think about those things differently is just understanding the impact of shame. Like shame and guilt are like, so there's this emotional scale of, it's like a scale of emotions, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would think that at the bottom is hate, but at the bottom is like shame and guilt. Like the lowest emotion you can ever feel is like shame and guilt, right? And then it's like other stuff, and then it's hate, and then it's like boredom, and then it's like, I think at the top is like joy, something like that. It's even above love, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw that, I'm like, I believe that because the way shame feels in my body, the way like, oh, you can't get nothing done with that. Mm-mm. So now I immediately resolve myself of any future shame. If I did something wrong and I believe that I did, instead of holding on to that, my bad. I didn't. Whatever they do with it is what they do with it. They don't even got to accept the shit. But I'm gonna resolve myself, because if I don't, that's what plays over and over and over and over again. And that's what be fucking me up. So now I think I think between those two things, it kind of helps me move through those moments a little bit more. And there was another thing that you said too that was really good. What was the last one?
Yeah, so rushing our own growth.
Yes. This album took 5 years to make.
Woo! Yeah, it's a masterpiece though.
It took 5 years. And honestly, I mean, I won't say it take 5. We were just working on it for 5 years. We started it, at 5 years, and then like we tinkered here and there, and then like added a few songs here and there, and then like this last year we knocked a lot of it out. But it took time. Like, I wasn't rushing that one. I wasn't rushing it. And I think that it has the impact that it does because you can feel and hear the intention and the shift in me, like all the things that kind of had to happen to get to that point. And I'm still happening because I'm never arrived. But I do think that you're right about that. It takes time. And anything I've ever tried to rush, it just never it just didn't land. Like it didn't hit like that. You know what I mean? Like it could have been a little more. Any work that I've seen rushed doesn't land even with me like that other people do. Like when people are like, oh yeah, I did this. I made this song in 10 minutes. I'm like, I can tell.
I love that. I can tell. Yep. They be bragging. I dropped 3 albums in this family. Like,
yeah, I dropped 3 albums in 3 days. Like, I know. But yeah, you can tell when it's not baked. I like to bake stuff now instead of microwaving it. It's like the same way it tastes when you bake a lasagna versus when you put a lasagna in the microwave for 20 minutes. That's the same way it is with your growth. Like how you said, you can tell when people really been in that kitchen cooking. And when somebody went to put it in the microwave and went sat down and then came back like, I'm healed. Like,
yeah, we see a lot of that.
Like, So it takes time. It takes time. And it's still taking time. I don't think we ever arrive for real. I think when you think you arrived, your ego has arrived, and you are nowhere near. Once your ego arrives, you are nowhere near the finish line. Mm-hmm. So as long as we're constantly open to like changing, growing, being wrong, and yeah, I think we allow ourselves to correct.
I love that. Okay, that was some great ones. And how do we fix this? So you gave some good tips, and I will add on to keep moving forward, learn to be okay with slowing down, and forgive yourself. So, our relationship with ourselves matters the most. So let's forgive ourselves and work through it. So, but you guys, it is now time for the drink up segment. If you're out there listening, please drink some water. And I have a water fact for tonight. She got her water liquid. I love it. So the water fact for tonight is one of the most important benefits of drinking water is cavity prevention, according to Gardena Dental Care. So let's drink some water, y'all. Like I have to emphasize this every episode. Let's protect our teeth, our smile, all that. Water is just so good for you. So please drink your water. Now back to the episode.
Drink your water, y'all. Get a big old jug like this.
You a real water drinker, yep.
I do this.
Yep. I know what I see.
I do this. Mm-hmm.
So back to
someone was asking me my skin routine. They're like, "What's your skin routine?"
Water.
I'm like, I drink water. I drink water all day.
Saying I have to keep it near me.
Mm-hmm.
That's
keep that thing on me.
Yeah, right. Oh, shout out to the water drinkers out there. But yeah, back to the episode. So, ask yourself, is your environment evolving with you? That's another thing as far as like transformation and evolving. Because sometimes we do naturally, sometimes outgrow people, they outgrow us, all those different things. And the wrong environment can't set your growth. Are you around people who are questioning you evolving, who have a problem with the version of you that's actually trying to do better? I've been in many spaces where I grew as a person and they didn't recognize the same person, they're comparing it to a past unhealed version, and there was that disconnect. And sometimes these things just have a season. People have a season sometimes in your life, and that's okay. I think that's a part of the ugly part of the transformation. So if you could collab with any artist, who would it be and why?
100,000, because I love him. And he has inspired me so much in a lot of ways outside of only music, just the way that he shows up or doesn't show up. He inspires me in the way he doesn't show up. I love to just do really cool things in my life, make incredible music. You know what I mean? We're not even questioning that when it comes to Dre. Like, of course he's making incredible music. But he is also like incredible. He's just incredible. He's just so himself. He'd just be wherever he'd be at. And if you saw him, then you saw him. And if you didn't, then you didn't. And I can trust that he's probably, either living his life or making something cool or not, or tinkering with something, like, I don't know. I don't know. I just think I like his lifestyle a lot. And he's like the best rapper of all time.
Ooh, and that is a great choice. We're gonna go ahead and manifest that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you guys, it is now time for the show up segment. So this is the show up segment. So if you're out there listening, please comment, how did you show up for yourself this week? I'm going to go ahead and answer, how did I show up for myself this week? So this week, I would say, you guys, I had a very locked in week. I stayed true to my goals. I accomplished goals that I had set for this week. I was in the gym this week. I got rest this week. I spoke positive to myself this week. My mood's been boosted. Like, I feel very empowered this week. And I'm enjoying this interview too. This interview was even like adding to the type of week that I had. So that's how I showed up for myself this week. What about you, Love? How did you show up for yourself this week?
This week I showed up for myself by taking a beat, because I have been working nonstop, and I needed to rest and recover before this next run that I'm going to go on. So this week was restorative for me. I still met a lot of my goals, and I'm happy about that. But yeah, I just took a little more time this week for myself.
And those are the best ones. I always say rest is a part of the grind. It's just as important. So I feel like allowing yourself to restart. I just feel like you just have more energy and you can go after whatever it is you're trying to do. So I love that. We're gonna clap for you for that. Oh, I love that. So yeah, so I know you're an independent artist. So what's a piece of advice you would give to an independent creative out there?
For independent creators, I would say whatever you think you need, you probably already have in front of you or somewhere close around you. I think we take a lot of time, not getting things done, or just thinking we can't do it because we don't have this. I don't have a manager, so I don't have an agent. I don't have a deal. And you just got to make opportunities for myself. I realized a long time ago, like, I'm going to have to make my own opportunities for myself because no one else is going to make it for me. And I don't even want niggas to make my decisions for me. I actually would prefer to make my own life look like how I want it. I don't want to be a product. I don't want to be somebody else's little puppet. I want somebody to be able to play with me today, and then now they're not playing with me, and now I got nothing to do with my life. No, I'd like a little more control over the way this thing goes. I'd love help, you know what I mean? But I think when you march at your own speed and you find your own community, eventually the people that are supposed to find you are going to find you. And if they resonate, they'll be around you. If they don't, then they won't. And that's okay. So yes, they just don't even worry about like what you don't have. Just consider the fact that you might have everything you need right now. And if that doesn't feel true, try it. Try putting out what you were hoping, you were waiting on someone to help you for. Put it out on your own and then watch how they find you a lot of the times. Like me just putting it out, which sometimes felt prematurely, brought a lot of my community and a lot of my team to me, and me to them. So just go for it, man. Mentally hard to find. That's always our thing. It's not really creativity. It's just like funding the creativity. So that's why I put together like a list of grants for artists, because grants have helped me a lot in the past. And so I'm trying to teach more artists to try for grants, because then you can create more, which is what I love to see. So yeah, another thing is just look out for grants, look out for ways to fund your art outside of the 0.33 cents per stream that you get, or shows, or all those things are great too, but there's another ecosystem to tap into as well. And I say, check out grants.
I love, well said. And I love the emphasis that you had on working with what you got, and also looking for resources that are out there that can help. And yeah, I've seen pretty your posts talking about the grants. So I'm glad. Thank you for bringing that up on here, because I think a lot of people don't know that there is, there's resources up somewhere. Like you said, doing the research, working what you got to find those avenues that are for you, because sometimes it doesn't come right to you. So that's good.
Right. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. Like sometimes you don't even know that that's the option. I think a lot of artists don't even know that it's an option. Like, what you mean people just don't give me anything? For why? It's like, I can list a lot of reasons why people would give you that money for free. There's a lot of reasons why people want to give you money for free. You just got to be in a position to receive it, and it's not for free. It's not free money. It's kind of earned through your preparation. It's earned through your work, and it's earned through your work ethic, with the quality of your craft. Nothing is really free, but it could, to us as artists who have had to struggle and fight for every little penny, it might feel like that. So a lot of people think it's like not realistic, but I'm living proof that it is. So I'm just trying to teach more people about that.
Oh, I love that, dropping gems. So, I love to ask all my guests a fun question. So your fun question for today is, what is your favorite "I'm Feeling Myself" lyric on the song "Why" or Shikari?
Riddle me this. Who keep these bitches in a tizzy and their name on their lips? Ooh, I love that. I also like when I say, is it the style? Is it the size? Is it the light that's behind my eyes? Ooh.
Ooh.
You talking that on there. I was talking much. Like, I needed one of those through a moment where I'm like, why are people hating? Like, I don't understand. It would be people that like I love, and the thought that kept consuming me is why? And then I finally got to a point where I was like, I know why. Why. So I had to make that for myself. Like, anytime I have a question like why? I know why. I get it. Okay, cool. And then Shikari.
That whole song is
okay. That whole song is it.
Baby.
Yes, I'm a winner, not a snack. I'm a dinner.
That one. Oh my goodness.
What are you up? I felt cool because I felt like I was like macking on a guy the same way that they macking on this.
You feel like really spinning game at somebody.
Hello, baby, I'm a winner, not a snack. I'm a winner. That was fun.
Okay. Good. Yeah, well, we love it. So make sure y'all tap in with that. But you guys, it's now time for the wrap up segment. So it's the wrap up segment. So how does this relate to self-love? Self-love is loving yourself enough to love yourself through your evolving process. Being patient with yourself through the challenges, and forgiving yourself. I think that's just all self-love 101 right there. So how do you practice self-love?
Movement. I know that I'm taking care of myself when I move. Even if I'm sitting all day, a lot of my work sometimes I'm just sitting, whether it be in the studio or be at my computer working and stuff. Sit a lot. So the way that I make sure that I'm taking care of myself is through movement. And sometimes I don't always do that, and I'm doing better at it now. But I do think that is like, that's what clicks in my mind. Like, you took care of you today. Good job. Everything else is everything else, but you did that for you. That, and just speaking kindly to myself. Like, I'm not my enemy. Like I told you, I'm my friend. I speak to me the way that I speak to my friends, right? And sometimes that looks like being very bluntly honest. Like, I got to do that with myself too sometimes. But a lot of the times it's like honest. Like, kindness. I think I spent so much time not speaking kindly to myself. And I've seen such a difference in the way that I show up now because of the way that I speak to myself now.
Okay, those are great answers and very important answers. And final question I love to ask all my guests: what do you want to be remembered for?
Mm. I think I'd like to be remembered. It's so crazy. I've gotten this question like 3 times in the past few days, but just being influential, inspirational, honest to a fault. I know I am, but honest and like principled. I'm a principled nigga. I know that that's not like cool anymore. Everything is good. Everything is great. Like everything is acceptable. I'm still believe in code. I still like believe in the things that Nipsey Hussle was teaching. I still do. And so I'd say that, and that I was not afraid, and that I embodied myself, and that I was talented, and you know, me. I guess.
Okay.
Think of a better word, but yeah, I think I covered them all.
Oh, I like that, unapologetically being you. Too. That I love that. There we go.
Embodying exactly who I am. Like, and that doesn't mean I'm always right or happy, but like it's what I'm expressing is a true expression of who I am.
Okay. Yeah, and it's definitely shown throughout your art. So we love that. And remember, you guys, being impatient with yourself doesn't speed up the growth, and love yourself through every stage. But I appreciate you guys tapping into this amazing episode. Before we go, Iman, can you please shout your information out? Where can people find you and stream the album and all that?
Yes, you guys can find me on Instagram, on Twitter or X, on Threads, at Iman Europe. That's Iman, IMAN, and Europe, like the continent, EUROPE. And I think, I'm on TikTok too, but I deleted TikTok, so you can't really find me there. But you can find, all of the above.
I love that. Make sure you guys tap into the amazing album as well. It's such a vibe. If you just want to have a good time and just listen, just tap in. And before we go, a quick shout out to my amazing sponsor. Shout out to Samuel Patrick Photography. You're unique, you're qualified, and you're ready for your next chapter. Stand out and make a long-lasting impression with professional photography. Samuel Patrick will help you have the impact you desire while staying true to your values and visions. Book your discovery call today at www.samuelpatrick.photography. Say Vernisa sent you to get 10% off your first booking. So make sure y'all tap in. Summer's around the corner. We got to get these photo shoots popping. You know how it go. But I appreciate y'all tapping into this wonderful, powerful episode. Y'all can find me on Instagram at SpeakUpJV or at Vernisa. Tell your friends about SpeakUpJV. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. I will be back next week with a wonderful episode. Love you guys. Take care.